Hello, ladies and gentlemen, time flies, and we're back here. And I'd like to say hello to Alexander Pushkin, the great Russian poet of the 19th century. Please recall his name, because later you will hear his poetic lines. Let's go! From Nevsky Prospect, we're turning to Arts Square, which is one of the most beautiful places in St. Petersburg. Almost every building in Arts Square has a masterpiece of art, music, and ballet. The Theatre of Musical Comedy is to your right. It worked even during the siege of Leningrad. The Mikhailovsky Palace, straight ahead of us, is the Russian Museum today. And a tour around the museum is a sort of a traveling in time from the 13th century icons to the cream of the 20th century Russian Impressionism and avant-garde. The Mikhailovsky Theatre, ahead of us, was named after the Grand Duke Mikhail Pavlovich Romanov. The short list of the best opera and ballet theatres of Russia has three names, and they are Mikhailovsky, Mariinsky, and Bolshoi. In this bright yellow building ahead of us, we can find the St. Petersburg Philharmonic Society, which is one of the best in Europe. It was named after the Russian composer Dmitry Shostakovich, who was born in our city. And we are back to Nevsky Prospect. The Catholic Church of St. Catherine is to your right. Baron Engelgard built his home on Nevsky Prospect, you see it to your right, and he gathered the flower of Russian music and literary societies. The Kazan Cathedral borrowed its inspiration from St. Peter Cathedral in Vatican, and today it is the main functioning Orthodox church of our city. The ornate-looking building of the former business center of Singer Saving Machine Company got the power tower, and by the end of the Griboyedov Canal we can find the Church of the Savior on the spilled blood. The foreigners of our city got a chance to build cathedrals of their confessions along Nevsky Prospect. And now you can find the Lutheran Church of St. Peter, which is still in operation. And the Dutch church occupied one of the blocks of this light gray building a little bit to the right. For 200 years, our city witnessed the imperial age, and that's why we have so many palaces in St. Petersburg. And this is the Stroganov Palace. The Stroganovs were landowners and entrepreneurs, and they were as rich as Russian tsars. This is the Admiralty. Looking towards that building, you can imagine where the first shipyard of St. Petersburg was located. Peter I built that shipyard in the early 18th century. The ornate-looking arch to your right is the shortest way from Nevsky Prospect towards Palace Square, and you will see it in a coming minute. And now you can see the Admiralty again. This classic-looking building was finished as the home of the Russian Navy. Look towards its top. You see the gilded spire. Today, this Admiralty is one of the iconic views of St. Petersburg. And we are turning towards Palace Square. And here we are. The focal point of the square is the Alexander's column, It commemorates the great victory over Napoleon. The square borrowed its name from the Winter Palace. Now you can see it in all its beauty. The Winter Palace was the winter home of the Russian Tsars for almost 200 years. Today, the Winter Palace is the main building of the Hermitage Museum, which is the richest art gallery in Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, we have seen the entire Nevsky Prospect and come here. This is Palace Square, which is the heart of St. Petersburg. And whenever we come here, we always recall the poetic lines of the Russian poet Alexander Pushkin. You have seen his monument in the Art Square. I like you, Peter's great creation. I like your stern and slender look. Goodbye for now, and we hope to see you in St. Petersburg. Bye.